Hello, beautiful people. It's a new day. It's a new life. We're going to get some people time to get in here. Today's topic, wow, I can't wait to share. Oh, we got one person watching already. Where are you from? Announce yourself. I'm going to share something with you guys that might seem unbelievable, but it's not. And so today's topic is why was I too Afro-centric? Cameroon in the house. Kafaru. Hello, hello. At one point, I thought I was from Cameroon, but I took the test and I'm from Sierra Leone, the Mende tribe. But welcome, Cameroon in the house. All right, three people. Announce yourself. Yes. Four people. Okay, we're getting there. So, why was I too Afrocentric in Ghana? We're going to talk about that. I'm going to start with my story and then the what Ghana says about Afro hair and then what we're currently going through in the States regarding Afro hair. Ruby, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, first I want to do my appreciations like last time. I think I'm going to do that constantly. I'm going to start with appreciation, house cleaning, and then get into the subject. So, as you guys know that have been watching my videos, we have been pressing to get to 4,000 watch hours by the end of today. Let me show you what we have done as a unit. This is what we did together, guys. Let me show you. Get ready for this graph. Do you guys see that? Or is it boop and boop? Now you need to claim Cameroon. We need you over here. Hey, I've been told I'm a Fulani. So I'm from Cameroon too. I'll just claim that right now. So this is the goal was to hit 4,000 by today. Look at this, guys. We got to 3,430. Now, Leslie, this is not your goal. We didn't hit the 4,000, but let me tell you what we did as a group. First of all, this spike is crazy. And then look at this spike here. This was just last week's live. So I made the announcement February 26th to hit 4,000. Shira to hit 4,000. And yes, we're almost there. We watched 1,168 hours within 4 weeks. So when I said February 26th to hit this goal, we watched 1,168 hours within 4 weeks. That's a big deal. And I am grateful for that. So, hey, even though we didn't hit it, guess what next month is? Another opportunity. And if we hit 1,100 in 4 weeks, for sure we can hit what? 570 in another 4 weeks? It's a done deal to me, right? And once I hit that, I'm gonna start writing the web series and we can enjoy my full story of what I went through in Ghana. Because I've shared a lot already on my page, but I haven't shared everything. But when this comes out, folks, you guys are gonna be like, what? Like, okay, so I just want to say thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it. And 4,000 watch hours is around the corner. Alrighty, that is done. Next, just a little bit of house cleaning. Once again, if you visit my website, let me show you this here. Where is it? If you visit my website, vision-reality.com, make sure your email is correct. Because if your email is not correct and I email you, you're not going to get my email. And you're going to think I'm ignoring you, and I'm not. Shira, you said something. So happy for you. You deserve it. Thank you so much. I'm sharing now on my Telegram group. Thank you, you guys. And it's not over. We have until 11:59 p.m. If we can get 500 watch hours through, if 500 people watch this right now, we can hit it. So, hey, you never know. Yes, house cleaning. So if you visit my website, please put in your correct email. Because if I email you, you don't get it, you're going to think I'm ignoring you, and I'm not. Next is on my website. The cost of the land, location, everything is on there. Everything is on that website. Okay? Alrighty, so let's get it started. Let me remove this caption. Are you guys ready for this topic? Are you guys like excited, nervous, or what? Some of you guys from the continent probably already know what I'm going to talk about. But yeah, let's get it started with my story first. Oh, we got 8 people. Let's go. So the first 2 times I went to Ghana, my hair basically was styled and braided. So I didn't have my hair out. So I didn't experience what I experienced the first 2 times I went to Ghana. The third time I went to Ghana, my trip went from 2 weeks, right, to 3 months. So, of course, during that span of time, I'm going to wash my hair and go. And I'm not going to style it. Okay. So, let's start with um, the day before I left on my first trip. Okay. I did a modeling gig and I had a wig on. It was like a hair company. And so I told them I was going to Ghana the next day, and they're like, "Oh, the CEO was like, oh, you should wear this wig to Ghana." Mind you, guys, this is the first time I've ever been on the motherland. I'm the first one to hit the motherland in over 400 years. Okay, when she told me that, I said, "No, I'll be going in my natural hair." And this conviction was so strong in my heart because in my mind, I'm like, why would I return after 400 years with Becky on my head? Huh? Right? Why would I return to the homeland with Megan on my head, with another woman's hair on my head? Right? So I said, no, I'll be going. And I went, I got on a flight with my cornrows. Like, what? Excited. I'm like, I'm going to the motherland for the first time. This is a homecoming. Do you guys understand 400 years and after being displaced and um, and culture eradicated? I was going back to the homeland with my natural hair. Period. Okay, and so I got to the homeland, excited, loved it. First, second time, great. Now the third time I go, I end up staying for a very long time. And so the first day I did a wash and go. Now the Airbnb I stayed at, absolutely loved it. Once this is done, I'll put the Airbnb information in the description box. But I stayed at an Airbnb. She had a school in front of like some of the kids that, can't afford to go to school. She would take them in and have classes. And then her granddaughter would cook us, because it came with meals, free meals. Well, not free, but food. And so her granddaughter would cook for us. And so I saw her every day. She had a mini afro. I was like, okay, mini afros everywhere in Ghana, right? And I wear my hair out for the first time. I walk out of the Airbnb. Oh my God, I'm so yeah, natural hair. I walk out of my door. The granddaughter stops and she looks at me. She goes like this, and like this huge smile on her face. I go, "Good morning." She goes, "Good morning," and she smiles, puts her head down, and walks away. And I was like, that was a little awkward. What was that about? Because I've seen her a couple mornings already, and she never had a pause. But it didn't cross my mind that my hair was out and my hair was big. And so I walk down, and then some schoolgirls come around the corner. They stop and look at me. "Hey, brown coat, thanks for stopping by," as always. They stop and look at me, and I go, "Good morning." They're like, "Good morning." And they turn around and run away. I'm like, okay. So I walk out not knowing it's my hair. Okay. I walk out. All is well. Today we're talking about why I stuck out a lot in Ghana on the motherland with natural hair. And then I walk out of the Airbnb, guys. I start walking down the street. People start going, looking at me. I'm like, what is going on? I look down the street. I see this guy call someone to come out the house, and then I see him pointing. And then he goes like this, like he's talking, and he's like framing his hair. And I'm like, is it my afro? Is it because my hair is an afro? Why is this such a big deal? I'm on the continent where the original woman had come from, where all women have derived from. Those colonial wigs are everywhere in the motherland. That's why you look unique. I'm gonna get into that, Kafuru. Ooh, you already hit on the head. I didn't ask a question. You already know. And so I'm walking down the street, and there's just people are pointing, looking, and I'm just like, this is the continent where the original woman descended from. This is Africa, and I have Afro hair. This is probably the first version of hair that was ever came into the world. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I can't wait to go to Africa because I can just wear my hair, I can blend in with everyone else, and it's just the way I would be surrounded by people who look like me. Haha, yeah, it's so bad. With culture, a real problem in Africa. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be around people who look like me. And guess what? I was treated just like in China when I walked down the street with my afro. I'm like, what? People are looking at me like I'm some kind of strange thing, not knowing it was my hair. So that was my first experience wearing my afro out in Ghana. And so the couple of days later, I get up to get breakfast, and the granddaughter is not there. And I asked the grandmother, I was like, "Oh, where is she?" She's like, "Oh, she's getting her haircut for school." I said, "Oh, okay, so she likes to rock her like hair low." And the grandma was like, "No, it's a requirement." A requirement? And I was hungry, so I didn't think of, I didn't think past that. I was thinking, where am I going to get my food? But I was like, it's a requirement. People were not trying to touch it. Now in China, I had some hands come towards my face, but in Ghana, no one reached out and tried to touch my hair. Um, so I said a requirement, okay. And then, guys, you know, I like the origins of things. And I said, where did the origin of this come from? And Kafuru, you already hit it on the head, but I want you to hear from someone that has actually gone through it. And I want you to, so we're going to break down this video, and it's so good. It's really, really good. And just listen to it, and then we'll break it down. Comment in the comment section because I want to hear what you guys think, your personal experiences, and let's just go. So here is the argument that we should be allowed to grow our hair in Ghana government schools. Let me know if you cannot hear her, let me know, and let me just put up the volume right now. There. Here we go, guys. Get ready. Get ready for this.
Still for a while. So, do you know why in Ghana we are not allowed to grow our hair? I will tell you. We are not allowed to grow our hair in high schools and lower because of a colonially inherited law. This law was made so that black people would have to cut their hair. Why?
What? The motherland needs some awareness reset. Yes. From slavery to colonialism and school rules, a history of myths about black hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, continue.
Why? Our colonial masters felt that black hair was too messy, dirty, and uncivilized, and as such, they want to have that in their schools. So, if you were any self respecting parents who wanted your children to get ahead in life, it meant you had to let your children cut your hair. Is that something that, as a well reasoning mother today, if some white person comes to tell you that I won't let your child go to school unless he cuts her hair, would you agree to it? No. But we have senselessly inherited this law, and 60 years after colonization, that law is still in practice. We go about every day cutting our children's hair, making fun of them when teachers put scissors in their hair.
First of all, why is a teacher given the right to cut someone's hair in class? Do you understand if they were to do that in the States, that teacher is done for? And we're suing. Now check this story out, guys. It's really, let me put so the government schools, if you're in a government school, 18 and under, the GES, the government educational system, services, it was this organization since 1974. So it's not like it was a long time ago. Last year, while I was there was a big case of the schools being forced to allow Rastafari children to attend. Yes, I remember that too. It literally went viral because they didn't want locks. They didn't want locks in their school. And so here she goes over a situation where they were not allowed to attend. This was a punishment metered out of them by the headmaster of the school because the three girls had refused the directive to go trim their bushy hair. They weren't allowed to attend school because they did not cut their hair, their bushy hair. Ooh. Okay, continuing on. Let's go to the next part. Crazy, 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 crazy. So what does that sound like to you? In Kafuru, you hit it right on the head. Colonialism. And it's
Reason why
still
we are given that girls need to cut their hair is that our hair is a distraction to the academic process because we do not learn. If this is so, then we should all be getting 8 A's. If this is so, then we should be better than kids in Canada. We should be better than kids in South Africa. We should be better than kids who are allowed to grow their hair in school. But this is not the case. You find that even in Ghana, the TIS, SOS, GIS, those kids who grow their hair are better off than us who went to government schools. Why? Because they have infrastructure, they have good teachers, they can learn in safe environments. Is that the case for Ghanaian students? No, it is not. Ghanaian students have to learn under trees. They have to share textbooks. They have to learn ICT when they've never seen a.
So you're telling me, oh, you guys are going ham on these comments. Plus, those colonizers were literally stuffing furniture with the black people's hair and a lot of very old colonial furniture. When they are cut open for maintenance, even today, they find it. Oh my God. That's crazy, Shira. The French part of Cameroon allows people to grow their hair while the English part don't. Sad. It was considered the best stuffing. That's crazy. That's crazy. So the French part of Cameroon allowed people to grow their hair, but the English part, they didn't. And then she said, if you can hear what she's saying, it's the poor. It's if you're going to government schools. If you have money to attend, nice fancy schools, you got to let your hair grow, right? So she's basically saying that is just for the poor people that go to government schools. Crazy. Make sure I get my points out. So what does that sound like? The same thing that was told to our ancestors is the same here in the United States. And I'm going to get into what's going on in the States too, but let's finish this video regarding Ghanaian hair, what's going on in Ghana. So 533. Here we go.
University that I need to figure out how to grow my hair properly. Are you kidding me? All these young girls that are rocking their black locks on Instagram and the rest, are they less intelligent because they keep their hair? This notion in the 21st century only works for people who will not reason for themselves, is what I'm saying.
So by the time these girls get out of school, they're 18. They've been cutting off their hair for their whole lives. Now they're free to do whatever. They don't know what to do with their hair. So either wig galore or they just don't know it doesn't look managed, right? So imagine you having to cut your hair your whole life and then you're free to do whatever. Now you're basically relearning yourself, which I had to. Private Christian boarding schools in Cameroon don't allow girls to grow their hair. So that's still going on and can't see that's another African country. So it is a private Christian boarding schools in Cameroon don't allow girls to grow their hair. It's crazy to me. We're in Africa. Most of us have Afro hair growing out of our scalp. This shows you how the hand of colonization is still running rapid in Africa. Crazy, crazy. I mean, this is a shock. They have to learn how. Yeah. So, folks, I'm sorry. Let me just finish this. This is crazy. It's so crazy. It is sad. It's really sad. Um, Here we go. This is the last excerpt, and then we're going to just talk about it, and I'll go into what's happening here in the States, which is going to be a shocker too.
And here's another thing. Why is it that it's just the dark skinned girls that have to cut their hair? Why is it that it's just the girls who do not have money that have to cut their hair? I went to Krobo Girls. Asha Banda, who was my senior, kept a rough afro. She had the most hair in the entire student populace. Why? She was light skinned. She was almost white. Therefore, she was excluded from the rule. Everybody had to go Sakura or you face debunking. And teachers enjoyed humiliating us by cutting our hair. Those teachers who were cutting hair, come and cut my locks. I am waiting for you. Come and cut it. Complete
How can a teacher cut somebody's in front of the class? This is crazy. I can't even. I can't even. Mm.
unnecessary, and yet we subjugate students to this level of humiliation because some ancient law that GES will not do away with is held over our heads, and as such, we cannot even express ourselves. I'm okay with you
Right.
having a standard for hair growth. Maybe you grow your hair in cornrows, grow your hair in locks, keep a neat afro, or cut your hair. It makes sense, but downright cut your
Crazy.
hair
Brown
because
coat.
it restricts you from learning is stupid. You can agree
Stupid.
with me that it's stupid, so can we do away with it? Still on that point, if all of us need to cut our hair, then make it across board. Institutionalize and insist on it for every school in Ghana. Can you do that? No. Why can you not do that? Because people's parents are rich, right? There are rich people that can skirt the law. And these same rich people are the ones that enforce the laws that break our necks in this country. You sit
Wow.
there and say, my daughter will go to TIS and grow her long hair. But you, child of a farmer, go to this government school and cut your hair. Is it fair? Is it fair, Mr. Minister? Is it fair? Or you sit there and say, I want my child to go to Gehe, but I don't want my child to cut her hair. And you find some fake quack doctor who will sign a letter for you to send to the school so that your child can be excused from cutting their hair. Because
A doctor? You have to get a signature from a doctor? I don't understand that at all. Wow.
when money talks, bullshit works. And that law is bullshit, so you can chase it away with your money.
She ain't having
Ghana
it, y'all. She's not having it. Okay. Leslie, American were damaged psychologically, but the colonizers really affected the African mind. I would be considered too Afrocentric, especially in Ghana. Exactly. Mixed race children in Africa have the privilege to grow their hair in school. Sad but true. Now you see why I was too Afrocentric? And now I understand me walking down the street was a whole event because I'm dark skinned and I have a lot of hair when usually the dark skins have short hair. And see, I'm thinking it's just the way they were, that's their style, that's how they rock it. I'm like, okay, cool. No. Imagine you're 18, you graduate from high school, you're going into college. 2, 3 years later, your hair is still, a mini afro. So who knows how old they think I am? Let's say if they assume they think I'm young and I walk out with a big afro, they're like, who are you? Where did you come from? So even just seeing a young girl around in a neighborhood or at the mall with long hair, the parent is rich. Wow, that really makes things worse. It's crazy in these streets. Ooh, it's crazy. Crazy. Okay, we have about 20 seconds of this video and then we'll be done with this one.
Education Service, the Ministry of Education. I am imploring
We
you,
employ you.
do away with that law, will not hurt anybody.
We won't.
Keeping that law shows that we as Ghanaians lack direction and do not know how to bring up our own children. And as such, we rely on hateful laws made by our colonial masters to dictate for us. If we say we are people who have been elected to lead this country into a better world, to lead this country to a better place, then it starts with all these useless laws. Let's do away with them and see how good Ghana becomes. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please go.
Guys, wow. Become a gold member of the Bald Head Club today. I don't mind a bald head. I even considered it. But it's going to be because of my choice, not because someone followed a colonial law and putting it on me, right? And just like Brown Coat said, we thought African Americans' psychological state was messed up. It's a battle. It's a battle on the continent. It's a battle here. So having a daughter with long hair or being a young girl with long hair, that becomes a serious status symbol that divides the populace and subjects a large group of the population to shame. I mean, so that's why when I walked in the street, I'm a walking contradiction. And honestly, now that I think about it, that's a good thing because we need to squash this. It needs to be squashed. Crazy. That's why, I rock my natural hair because I like it. But if me rocking my natural hair causes a darn movement, well, then let's move. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Make sure I go over. So colonialism. It's all colonialism, guys. So let's go to the U.S. Ooh, get ready for this. Some of you guys know about this. Some of you guys don't. So that's the state in Ghana when you're poor. Yes, you are correct. Yes. You had a chance. That was good. So that's the state. If you're on the darkest, if you're more highly melanated and poor, that's what you have to go to. I choose my natural hair and love it. The rules on afros there. So yeah, I choose my natural hair and I love it too. It took me three weeks to get used to my hair. Because I first I did a big chop. And I remember walking down and every mirror that I saw, I was like I shocked myself for 3 weeks. But after 3 weeks, it was a wrap. And now you can't tell me nothing. Okay. Amari, hello. The rules on afros there. So if you attend a government school, it is a requirement for you to cut your hair between basically kindergarten and 12th grade. The GES, the Ghana educational system. Wow. If you just plugged in, we just watched a whole video of a Ghanaian woman explaining the rules. So, yeah, go ahead and I think you can rewind and watch it. Now, let's get to the states in our situation. Let me get here. You guys, I'm getting better at this sharing screen. Yes. Now we're about to talk about this, folks. We're about to talk about this because this recently happened. Okay, let me change it to this one. The Crown Act. In the United States of America, it was legal and it still is legal in some states to not hire because of your afro hair, of your locks, of your hijab, of your cornrows. It is still written in legislation that they can legally not hire you because of your hair. This is the Crown Act. So if you are in the United States, go to this website, sign the petition because not all states allow you to be natural, or they have a right to tell you to change your hair. 14 down, 36 to go. California signed this into law July 19th of 2019. The blue is the country and it's the states where it's law now. The purple is where it's going through litigation. And the gray, it has not been presented yet. And the darker gray, I'm not sure. I think it's not even in the conversation. But July 2019, you guys, this was a couple of years ago. It got signed into law that we can go interviews and we can get jobs and they cannot deny us that job because of our hairstyles. I it's not funny, but if you guys watch my videos, this is how I handle. It just takes less energy to laugh than to get mad. I wore my hair in an afro for about a year and 2 months, either hair as thick as it could as it is. I couldn't maintain an afro, so I went back to locks. Hey, the thing is, LMA cousin. If you're in Texas, go to LMA to go. Amari, and you've had not. I remember you having locks since I was a little girl at community temple, and you know the afro. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for sure. But Amari, you've been holding it down for years, brother. I appreciate that. Um, so yeah, guys, this is it. So it's barely coming into fruition in the states. Why is this such a big deal? What about our hair is such a threat? Folks, it's not about the hair. It's about power. It's about control. As long as the global African people continue to source our survival to another group of people, we are in big, big trouble. True. And that Kafaru, you're on it, right? Because I'm just about to go into that. It's not about hair, folks. The hair is just an avenue to control. Leslie and family gotta go chat later. Thanks for stopping by, Ruby. Um, why do not white people have these rules? Because they make the rules. They're the ones making them. But it's about control. It's about power. It's about domination, right? And it's about eradicating a people's culture to replace their culture with, with European culture, so they can continue to get resources for cheap, continue to exploit, continue to. That's what it is. So when someone says it's just hair, no, it's not just hair. We're fighting against a system of oppression. We're fighting against the wealth gap. We're fighting against exploitation. It's a whole thing, folks. And so no, it's not just hair. This is we're fighting against a system. So if you hear me correctly, rock your hair either however you want. But all I'm saying is our hair is political. It is a political statement, especially in the 70s with really her name's gonna slip out my mind. Oh my goodness. Angela. I forgot her name. But anyways, in the 70s, it was a huge thing. Having your afro, if you had an afro, you're part of the Black Panthers. And if you're part of the Black Panthers, you're part of a militia, a little military coming against the United States of America. You're doing great for Mother Ghana, Africa. Bless you, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Angela Davis. Thank you, cousin. Oh, my goodness. Angela Davis. Angela Davis. She wore her fro to her court cases, and it was revolutionary, and she caused fashion just based off of her hair. Fashion, yes. Angela Davis, thank you guys. And so now I'll never forget when now when I rock my afro and some men come up to me, they're like, oh, I know you have confidence. Because people just don't rock their hair natural out like that. LOL, yep. It's all about control in this country. Yes, it's all about control in any European dominated country. And that's worldwide, excluding, China, right? The US and Europe are irritated. They can't control China. But yeah, folks, as I close, anyone they can't control, they get enraged by. Yes, exactly, brown coat. And that's what the Black Panthers did. And think about it. So one of the things that we do here in the States, if there's an issue with a group of children, we create organizations to help them. If they're hungry, there's programs for that. If there's hygiene issues, we raise programs governmentally to assist with that. That's what Ghana can do, right? The people is going to have to do it because the Black Panthers, children were going to school hungry, so they created a program, and then eventually the government adopted that program, which is called the WIC program. I wanted to show you this on the Crown Act. I want to show you this part because this is the difference between the United States and Ghana. Even though our hair situations are similar, very similar because of colonization. The difference between the states and Ghana is that we have people that get together and fight for us and litigate and make coalitions. That's the difference between us and Ghana is the governmental structure at this very moment. And I hope and I pray that the Ghana government creates avenues to where people can legislate, people can lobby and come together and come against these crazy colonized rules. Because it makes no sense. And we're going through the same thing in the States, but we have people that come together and we have judicial systems to help us get out of that. So, like I said, if you're in the States, find out what state you live in and sign this petition because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, guys. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm still baffled on how the colonized the world, shake my head, have everybody hating us when we're the ones that are the most welcoming. It's crazy. So it's all about money, folks. It's a money game. And money and resources. That's all that is. And when I start thinking about it from that perspective, like it's about resources, it's about money and power. They just use blackness. They just use Afroness. They use that as a way of oppression to put us down so they can continue to colonize and reap from where they have not sown. Okay. And I think that's all I have to say about that. Oh, no, I don't. I have something else to say. So I'm at the last point. It's just hair. No, we're fighting the system of oppression and dismantling the wealth gap. Okay. Because imagine if you can't eat because of your hair. Our hair has always been seen as a threat, just like our skin color. Yeah. Because when someone's doing something wrong and they know it, but they want to avoid it, they're going to find any way to justify their actions. 1.2 to 1.5 trillion dollars a year goes to the black women in hair care. 9 times more than any other ethnic group. Folks, we are giving so much money to other ethnicities. I think Korea is where they make the wigs. It is a $1 trillion industry. Our hair, what we spend covering our scalp, is a $1 trillion industry. What we spend covering our crown of glory is a $1 trillion industry that Mr. Kim Chong, Mr. all the Koreans and the Asians benefit from. Because where are we getting our hair from, huh? Where are they getting it? Where are our wigs getting made from, right? And like I said, I don't mind the wigs and stuff, but if you can't go outside in your glory and and you're less confident, you gotta do some soul searching, right? Because I'll slap on a wig. I'll be wearing a wig next month to my sister's wedding, right? But guess what? I can hold the same type of confidence with my fro and with Becky on my head, huh? The older I get, the more I start to wonder if it's something even more diabolical. My grandfather told me when I was pretty young to be careful with them. I never really appreciated at the time. All them old people from the South had good reason for calling them devils. And let me make it clear: we're not saying hate on no one. We're just saying we hate racism and the colonized system. That's what we hate. Because not all white people are evil, you know. But one thing is, like, what's his name? Ali said, if my door is open and all these snakes that are going to attack me are coming my way, and there's 8 snakes out of 1,000 that are nice, I'm sorry. I'm closing the door on everyone, on all the snakes, right? And hopefully the 8 snakes that are good can find their way into another door because I'm closing it. Okay. What was I saying? So yes, it's a $1 trillion industry. It's the facts for me. It's the facts for me too, cousin. Go if you're in Texas, Houston, Texas, LMA's to go soul food. Go there. So yeah, guys, that's the deal. That is why I was too Afrocentric in Ghana because it's actually a rule and regulation for if you attend a government school from 18 and under or high school to kindergarten to cut your hair. because it's really a colonized rule that was placed into place by colonizers. Remember when our mothers would take a hot comb to straighten the hair of their daughters? Why? It was to fit in, to assimilate. The ratio is off, not enough good ones. To assimilate. Because think about it. I'm not going to be mad at my ancestors for playing that game because they needed to work, to eat. So thanks. We welcome everyone. Yes, they needed to eat. So my ancestors, they had to straighten their hair so they could survive. And we just found out in California, July 2019, we can get a job and not worry about our hair. It's not Black women need high self-esteem and role models, but looking at their role models, they all have colonial wigs. That's why I'm here. It was it wasn't part of my mission to be this person. I was just wanted to know myself, right? And through this, opened up doors of opportunity. Let me tell you. I'm glad you brought that up, Kifaru. When I got laid off from my job, so I went natural while I still had my job. And then I got laid off, which is a great thing. Happy about that. Um, I got a severance package and unemployment, so I didn't have to jump into the work game, right? So I said, okay, what do I really want to do? And I had talked to my counselors and what's the next step? They're like, do something that you truly want to do. And I said, hi, Marty. Thank you. Davis in the house. And I said, what do I want to do? And I was like, oh, I like modeling. I like acting. Folks, I went to go do my big chop. My hairdresser said to my sister, because she cut my hair off, left. My sister got her hair done. My sister returned to me and said, Leslie, the hairstylist said you're not gonna get a man with that afro. This is another Black woman telling me this, okay? Coonage, okay? Hey, I was a coon too at one point. So she said that coon statement. And I said, wow, is that where we're at right now? Little did she know, it was because of my skin and hair I was able to go to London for London Fashion Week and model. It was because of my skin and hair I was sought out to model and to do print work, runway, makeup modeling, all that because of my hair and my skin. I got more attention from having my hair out. I honestly do think IG is good for promoting Black beauty. There's some French stuff on there, but I think it's a net gain. Definitely. There's pros and cons of social media, but I think there's way more pros than cons. And I was like, because of my hair and my skin, it opened up doors of opportunity for me to model in China, to model in the UK, to model in LA. So if we continue to live in this pressure of European beauty, we're going to continue to perpetuate the mentality that we are not good enough the way we are. And let me tell you, we are the original human. We are, everyone descends. This is science. Dang, that girl was damaged mentally. This is science. You can look, a Time magazine came out with an article that everyone descended from an African woman. Period. It's science. Now, some people don't want to receive that, but it's crazy how this has totally reversed. That European beauty has become a standard and African beauty has become the lowest standard of beauty. I'm just like, well, where did this reversal come from? Because we're dominant. Scientifically, genetically, we are the dominant creature. That's why you've always been so beautiful to me. Thank you so much, Amari. Scientifically, we're dominant. Everyone else is like a recessive. Not saying that we're better, but I'm just saying that's science, right? It is what it is. But as you know, it's because of colonization. We don't have to come again. We don't have to do nothing, actually. All we have to do is be ourselves and live our best life and love on each other and be in peace. That's all we need to do. But if the way I look triggers a movement, I'm down for that too, guys. So any questions? We have like 30 seconds left. I try to keep it within 30 minutes, but you guys start getting involved and asking questions, and that's how we get to an hour. But once again, Thank you for watching my videos. The goal is 4,000. Black women have the Eve gene. Yes, meaning we produce every race. Don't get me started. Ah! I forgot the technical science term for it, but yes, Eve gene. Literally, everyone's descendants of us. Dark skinned women are the best of the best. Hey, I received that compliment. I'm not going to turn that down, right? It's just melanin. Everyone has melanin. We just all have different melanin levels, and yeah, that's why all these DNA tests use a very specific time period to tell people where they're from. If they went back much further, everyone is going to be from African or Middle Eastern. And shoot, Middle Eastern's African too. We're going to go there. Simple as that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. My next live stream is this Sunday, part 2 of What I Was Thinking, Buying Land in Ghana. And what else can I say? My next during the week video, I'm going to talk about skin. So today was hair, next week skin, because guess what? I encountered in Africa. Skin bleaching is it's a thing. It's a thing. How many hours are you up to? Before this live, I was at 3,000. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you where I am regarding that. Thank you so much for hanging with me, cousin. You are always appreciated. So now this is where I am. Before this live, I was at 3,430. So I've been averaging like 15 people on this live. So each person that watches this, it's an hour. So let's say I go for an hour. Each person, if I have 20 people on here, that's 20 hours, folks. 20 hours. So has been an awesome time with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Next stream, I'll update you guys on where I am with my hours, and we're just going to keep on going. Are you going to claim Cameroon? I cannot claim Cameroon, but bonjour, mon ami. Je m'appelle Leslie. J'ai parlé un petit français. How about that? Does that make you happy? That's all I can do for you at this moment. All right, you guys, I will stay on here and act a mess and act silly until you guys all log off, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. 30 seconds, any last minute comments, questions, concerns, any of that before I check out? Getting there, keep it up. I'm here for it. Yes, Brown Coat, thank you so much. Always on my lives. Kafuru. Okay, that made you happy? Great. You know, I went to GP. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're a consistent one too. Kafaru, I took French in high school, but we're part of the dark side. So she needed 20 people to complete her class. She only had 5 serious people. So us 15 were just seat fillers. So if I would have took it seriously, maybe I could have had a full conversation with you right now, but I didn't. But I got an A. That's all that matters. All righty, guys. I appreciate you guys. Till next time. Hopefully I see you Sunday. Like, share, and yeah, let's continue on this journey. Peace and love. Oh, I learned that the left hand is not right. I mean, I'd use my right hand because that's more, what was the word? More etiquette, Ghanaian etiquette. Use your right hand. I've been practicing that same line in French for years. Okay, let me log out, or I'm not going to log out. In stream. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.